What's going on, everybody? It's me, Dylan. You probably know me as CJ's editor, cameraman, friend, all that. This is my personal channel. I'll be uploading some videos here. So this is actually the very first video that I have ever recorded and edited. So kind of excited, a little bit different. We decided that I wanted to go with a Q&A for my first video. So this way it was something to kind of just talk with you guys a little bit more, get to answer some questions you guys might have, maybe give you a little bit more into my personal life, into what my plans are for the next couple years, because I've seen a couple questions about that, and everything from Haunted Adventures of CJ to my racing videography that I do. So we're going to discuss a little bit of everything. So I guess with that being said, let's get rolling right into this video. So the first question here comes from Jamie Wriggle1 on Twitter, who said, "Morning, Dylan. I have a couple questions for you. What are your future plans? What are some of your favorite hobbies? Are you getting any more comfortable doing the paranormal videos? Hope you have a great day, Dylan. Much love." First of all, much love to you, Jamie. Thank you very much for the support of me, especially getting out with CJ and all this. It's been honestly crazy. Never really thought I'd do this haunted stuff, but I did it for this little while with him, and it has been a ride. I absolutely love it. He's definitely a wild guy to be around. Him talking me into this is very crazy, because I never thought he could do it. But I guess the question I'm going to answer for you is, are you getting more comfortable doing the paranormal videos? Yes and no. So I'm feeling a little bit better at the fact that I know that I'm there with him and he's not going to let anything happen. He's right there by my side throughout it all. But I'm definitely not going to say I'm comfortable with spirits coming up and the idea of them touching me or things happening that I can't comprehend. I can't explain what's happening. It's definitely very weird, definitely very unique, something I never really expected to ever happen. But yeah, I mean, I guess to answer your question, yes and no. Alright, so the next one comes from LuminousDez22 over on Twitter as well. She said, "OMG Dylan, I'm so proud of you, Heart. You've grown so much since facing your fear in those tunnels. What exactly inspired you to take that risk in the video? I mean, those tunnels went on forever." Honestly, I gotta give a shout out to CJ for that one. I honestly didn't even want to go back to that place. I did not feel comfortable. I did not feel safe whatsoever. I just felt like something really did not want me around there. But we sat down at breakfast, me, him, and Chris, and we just talked about what our plan was for the day. Did I want to go back? Did I not want to go back? Because as of that morning when I woke up, I was dead set on I'm not coming back ever to this place. But he decided that I should try to face my fears, which he was right about. So I did. I faced my fears. And then when we decided that it was time to split up, I was the one that was like, you know what, if I'm going to conquer my fears, I guess I got to do the tunnels, because they went on for the longest way, and they were kind of away from everybody. There was literally no cell phone reception, so it's literally like throwing yourself right into the deep end of a pool when you can't swim, which is a great analogy for me because I can't swim. But yeah, so I just decided I was just going to face my fears and just go and do it and see what could happen. And the support from all of you guys was honestly amazing. I couldn't have done anything else honestly like that ever and expected to get that much support from all you guys. So thank you for all that support. Thank you to CJ for telling me to face my fears and just push through and just go and do it. So I mean, yeah. So the next question comes from Hev996 on Twitter. So she has a couple different questions here, but I think that the one that I'm going to answer here is, how did you and CJ meet? So me and CJ actually met at Bridgeport Speedway. So he used to race there. He did late models, sprint cars, stuff like that. And I used to go as a fan for a couple years, so I used to talk to him there a little bit when he was there, because he wasn't there all the time. And then I started working at Bridgeport. So once I started working there, he started racing sprint cars. The Mid-Atlantic Sprint Series was there more, so I got to talk to him more and more. And we just became close friends from there. We'd always make jokes. He'd purposely swerve his four-wheeler at me, trying to hit me in the pits. Just not going to actually hit me, but trying to scare me into the thought that he was going to hit me. So it definitely was one of those moments that I was like, you know, this guy's fun. He's cool to be around. Like, he's one of my best friends now. Like, I absolutely love having him around. So Bridgeport, I can thank for all that because it has kickstarted my whole career with everything, with the racing videography, with the fact of meeting CJ to be able to do YouTube, to even do what I'm doing now. It's honestly incredible, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without CJ, Bridgeport, and all of you guys. So the next question comes from @theyodelingmime on Twitter. And the question that I'm going to use is, how did you get into racing videography? So that's a great question. Racing's been a big part of my life ever since I was a kid. I grew up going to the racetrack, loved every single minute of it, loved being in the pits, loved being around the drivers, loved going to shops when I could and helping out people and all. So when I went to college, I was trying to figure out something I could do in the summer of my freshman year. And I was like, it's something I've always just wanted to do, was work at a racetrack, all this. So I was like, I'm just going to reach out to Bridgeport Speedway, see if they need anybody as an intern, and just kind of go from there. So I did. I reached out. That was at the time when the Ramey family was owning the track. So huge shout out to Brian, Haley, Colby, all those guys. Without them, I honestly would not have even got my career started in this field. So I went and applied, and Colby gave me a call, and he was looking for somebody. So I went in, I worked a couple months for him. I'm not going to say I was good. I was god-awful looking at compared to where I am now. I was definitely not good, but Colby believed in me enough, and he liked what he saw, so he decided that he wanted to give me a second chance. So going into my sophomore year, I couldn't work a full season, once again, because I was in school in Towson University in Towson, Maryland. That's where I went for my first year of college, so I wasn't around much, so I worked as much as I could around there. And then I transferred to Rowan University my junior year, which was not too far from my parents' house. It was in Jersey, like 25 minutes from the track. So I decided that I could work full-time there, and then that's just kind of where it went off. I just kept growing, doing more and more racing videography, and I started traveling around doing it for different companies on the side. So like I've worked with Dirt Vision, Flow Racing, The Cushion, live stream platforms like that. I'm super grateful to have those opportunities. I love my traveling. I love being able to do that. So yeah, basically everything goes back to just being a freshman in college and just reaching out and saying, hey, I want to pursue this and see what I can do. And they took a chance on me, and here I am. So the next question comes from RuthAnn791-53507 on Twitter. And she said, this is so awesome. I wait to see what kind of videos you will be posting. What is your favorite videos that you film? Haunted, Randonautica, or abandoned places? That's a tough one. Haunted and Randonautica, it kind of like gives me like a thrill, because I like the thrill of being on edge and all this. But I'm definitely a big fan of, I think if I had to pick one, I'd probably do like the abandoned places. I love going into a place that's abandoned, like the Nebly that you guys saw on CJ's channel not too long ago, where things are just left behind, and you just kind of like picture what did this place look like when it was active. You try to look up the history of it. Like, to me, that's really interesting, learning about the history and where everything went. And I honestly just love being able to go to these places and just document it, take pictures, do video, do whatever, and just be like, hey, I've been here, this is really cool, this is what it looks like now, and just kind of see the shift, the change of the building and the way it deteriorates, unfortunately, because it sits there, and the graffiti that people love to do, which I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, I just love going to these abandoned places, just being able to say, hey, I've been in there, check it out, it's really cool, it's something that's different. So Sandra C936-25041 on Twitter said, what are your long-term goals? So that's a really great question. My long-term goals, the main thing is I want to grow myself as a person. I want to grow as basically like a brand. So I want my Instagram, my Twitter, YouTube, all that to grow to a point where I can have a basic community that's like a family. So this way I can do live streams and do fun things with you guys and interact and have all this fun. But doing that on the side while still working with CJ, trying to grow his channel to over 1 million subscribers, and traveling with him, doing all the fun, crazy things that we do, doing my racing stuff on the side. Like, that's all stuff that I love to do, and I love doing that every single day. So that's why I'm going to keep doing that. But I also want to grow over here, because I want you guys to see who I am, like learn a little bit more about me, be unfiltered, give you guys all the backstory about everything that I do. And I honestly think that'd be a lot of fun and something that I think you guys might enjoy. So yeah, my long-term goals are to definitely grow a community on here and help CJ continue growing his. Christina Burke said, is CJ going to be in your videos? He might be. I'm honestly not really sure. what I'm gonna go, because I see you said about, is it gonna be like showing my jobs and day in the life? It'll probably be some of that, like my behind the scenes of setting up for a race day, or what it takes to edit a video for CJ in the office, stuff like this. Like there might be some content like that, but I'm honestly kind of thinking more towards possibly doing just like clips from my live streams and doing that into a channel, making videos out of that, like playing video games with my friends where we just laugh around. Like I might be able to convince CJ to play me in baseball. He hates playing me in MLB The Show. Maybe I can convince him and we'll do like a loser gets pied in the face or something like this. I don't know, something fun and different. But I definitely think my channel's probably gonna go more towards the direction of some vlog content, not all the time, because daily vlogging is just kind of really tough with my schedule and what I do and all this. It's very tough to be creative all the time, bring you guys entertaining content that's not poorly put together. I want to give you guys the best quality. So yeah, I would definitely think that my channel's probably gonna go more towards like live streaming clips and like different gaming stuff, doing fun stuff like activities and all. So it's gonna be kind of a mixed channel, but definitely more leaning towards, like I said, like maybe I can get CJ on and do a 1v1 in baseball, and whoever wins gets to pie the other person in the face. Like just stuff that's different and creative in that way, but still doing something that I'm passionate about, something that I'm fun about, because in my free time I love to just sit down and game with my friends, just have a good time. It's something that I'm good at. It's something that I really just enjoy doing. Alright, so the next question comes from I'm Josh Hodge on Twitter. He said, do you plan on doing any behind the scenes videos, for example, editing process, vlogs, etc.? So yeah, like going back kind of like what I said about the last one, I mean, if that's stuff you guys want to see, yeah, I'll absolutely show that. I think it'd be kind of cool to show you guys what it takes to bring clips into a timeline from CJ, like how we go through the 8 hours of footage and narrow it down to a 1 hour video, because there's a lot of times that you guys don't see that nothing happens. We're sitting there and I'm watching back footage and it's just us being quiet for 35 minutes in a room and nothing happens. But yeah, I mean, I definitely think that's something that interests you guys. I would love to show some of that. So just drop in a comment below if you guys want to see more behind the scenes stuff, whether that's with CJ, whether that's for racing, whether that's for some of my travels, stuff like that. Like, just let me know. I will be more than willing to show you guys everything about my life and all the aspects of it. Alright, so OddManOut7 on Twitter said, if you couldn't live on the east coast of the US, where would you move to? Great question, honestly. If it was still within the United States, I would definitely move somewhere down south or towards the West Coast. For me personally, my mom's from Louisiana, so like Southern culture is very big on me. So I love being down south all the time, going fishing, hunting, mudding, all that stuff. Like, that's all something that I'm into. But I'm also a big fan of the West Coast, where I can see racing pretty much all year round because it's relatively warmer out there. So that's definitely something that's been on my mind. But I mean, yeah, if that's within the U.S., those are definitely like two of the regions that I'd look at as either south or somewhere out west, like California, maybe Vegas, because I do love being out in Vegas. But it's down south, probably like Louisiana, Texas, somewhere like there. Because, like I said, that's just my kind of vibe, my kind of people. I love being around that kind of culture. Like, it's just fun to me. It's something that I usually can laugh around with people and do stuff that not everybody gets to see all the time in my daily life. It's just kind of like the background stuff that I do for fun when I have some free time. If it was anywhere else, like in the world that wasn't in the United States, then honestly, I'd probably say Australia. I'd love to go to Australia. They got racing over there too, just like they do here. I'd love to see a sloth in person because that's my favorite animal. That'd be really cool. Kangaroos, like koalas. I just think like it's a whole different atmosphere out there. I've never left the U.S., so I feel like that would just be somewhere really cool to go to. So yeah, I mean, I guess if I had to pick anywhere outside the United States, I would definitely pick Australia. Alright, so next question comes from Steph DeVan, and she asks, what do you say to yourself so you don't just throw the camera out and run? Honestly, I just tell myself that this is good content for you guys. You guys love seeing it and all, and if you guys enjoy it, I'll push through anything to get the content. I know that I'm there for CJ, like that's my job, so it's like this is work, it's what I do for fun. Like, I absolutely love it. Not many people can say what they do for work. It's an absolute blast like I do, so that's why I definitely just convinced myself that, hey, everything's not all that bad, even though I don't like being in these places with doors slamming behind me and stuff like this. It's a little bit fun to still go and do this. I mean, I'm with my friend all the time just making jokes and having a good old time. So yeah, I would definitely say just try to tell myself, hey, this is for you guys, this is for CJ, this is for everybody on YouTube. So that's definitely what crossed my mind. Bill Davey 15 asks, I know you don't like the haunted stuff, but would you ever have a haunted YouTube channel if you did? I don't think so. I mean, maybe, but I doubt it very highly. I mean, like I said, these places, like, they're so cool and I love being there, but I don't think that me alone in these places would be necessarily entertaining content and good for you guys. So I'm gonna say that's probably a hard no on that one. Alright, so Andrew Ryan 11987 on Twitter said, what's it like to do crazy haunted videos? Actually, how things respond to you. Honestly, it is crazy insane. So like I said, I knew CJ way before I started working for him, and I'd watch his videos. I'm like, this guy is absolutely insane. You would never pay me enough money to go do that. And now here I am doing it with him by my side, which that definitely helps me out, because I don't think going to these places alone is something that is necessarily my favorite idea to think of. But yeah, I mean, having things happen on command, like you guys saw with when we went to, where was it? I think it was the school that they turned into apartments. I can't remember where it was. It was somewhere out in Ohio, and we were kind of antagonizing it, and I told her, I don't think you're bad enough to shut the door, and all of a sudden it slammed open the door after we shut it. So yeah, I mean, having things answer on command is very intimidating almost. I'm definitely scared 99.9% of the time. I try to act like I'm not. Yeah, so I would definitely say that it's pretty cool, very terrifying, something that I never expected ever in my wildest dreams. Angie Burbank 11 asked, what's it really like working with CJ? Is he really as crazy as he seems? Yes, absolutely. He is nuts. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this video on Twitter. I'll throw it here in the video right now.
Dylan, what the Dylan? Let me try this other bag. They keep ripping. Pick this shit up. I got Skittles in the goddamn. We got Skittles everywhere.
Yeah, that was CJ deciding that he wanted to spill Skittles all over my office, and that was not the only time. He did it for about 2 weeks straight afterwards. So yeah, he's very crazy, he's very wild, very hyper. Love it to death though. That energy is what keeps me going. Having him around, you never know what to expect. So he probably has like a whole total of probably over 100 videos of him just scaring the hell out of me while I'm working or while I'm walking around and stuff like this. And I'm sure you guys will eventually see that one day. I'll probably make a montage on his channel or something like that. But yeah, he's definitely that crazy as he is in the videos. He's wild, but he is so much fun to be around. That's why he's one of my best friends. Alright, so I have 2 more questions left. These come from my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at Dylan Corcoran Official. I'll drop it right there in the comments below and also right here on the screen. So, Charbite, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Said, did you always want to film, or was it a coincidence from helping someone? I've honestly always wanted to film. It's what I went to college for. I went to school for film and television production. Mainly the production concentration for like sports and television and stuff like that. But I knew it was something that I've always wanted to do, and being able to do it every day for a living here on YouTube is amazing. I have a great time with it. It's so much fun. Getting to travel, getting to show you guys everything, getting to make content. It's honestly a blast. Like, I could not have asked for a better situation and how my life has gone down this path so far. And Emma Jane Green 77 asks, what is your biggest fear in life? Drowning. 100%. I can't swim well at all. I can swim a little bit, but once you get me in current, really deep water, I start to panic, stuff like this. Which is crazy because I've had my boating license since the time I was 15, and I love being out in the water, I love fishing, all this, but I am not a very strong swimmer. So yeah, my biggest fear in life is drowning. Alright guys, so that is some of the questions that you asked me. So thank you so much for all of your questions. Like I said, if you don't do so, follow me on social media. My links will be down below. I do these Q&As, even if it's not on a video, it's just like answering you guys back in the DMs. I try to do them like about 2-3 times a month because I get a little bit busy sometimes. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I love interacting with you guys. I love answering any questions you guys might have. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching my very first video on this channel. Let me know down below what kind of content you guys think and what you guys think of this very first video that I've done. So yeah, with that being said, I'm going to sign off of here. So just remember, say hi to everybody, say hi to your mom, say hi to your neighbors, because you never know what's going to happen once you walk out those doors. With that being said, have a good day, everybody.